Hey y'all, welcome back. I am so sorry it's been 2 weeks, but I was in Mexico last week and I came back and I kind of had like a slight fever and then that went away and then I just had like a flare up of all these allergies and my lower back has been so painful the last couple of weeks because of just all of the upgrades, the root chakra clearings, just freeing myself from a lot of ancestral generational trauma. Um, and so, yeah, like I'm sorry, but I'm not because I had to take this space to really be in the mindset to deliver this message. And I literally hope that it's okay, like, because tonight I really just wanted to get in bed right now and just sit with it because it's been such an emotional day for me. Um, I'll just start at the beginning, I guess, if there even is one. But basically, I took Bufo in Mexico um, a little over a week ago, and my whole ancestral bloodline just opened up for me in a way that really put me in the void, not only while I was doing the medicine, but I'm still kind of in the middle of the void now. And this has really shifted the way in which I approach my journey and the way in which I want to approach my online presence and the way in which I want to approach my business moving forward. And that's just because, like, it's so deeply personal for me, and I never knew how to really put it into words. But now the words are becoming more easy to cling to as I speak, as I write, and as I express. Um, but the medicine was so powerful and it really shifted me in a way that has lightened me but also has like it's like I'm so open like my heart chakra is so open right now that I'm just very emotional. And so yeah, minor inconvenience. I'm like, today was just a very emotional day. But I do want to jump right into the downloads and kind of talk about the energies that are coming up for the collective. Right now, we have about 4 planets in Aries, which has been all about root chakra. We have Chiron in Aries, which has been our wounded healer. It's deep seated wounding. We've had this for months, like almost 2 years now. Like, this has been pulling up some of the deepest, darkest fears that we've carried since the first generation of our ancestors, okay? This is not easy work, and the people that are doing this work right now, like, I commend you for the courage and bravery that you have for deciding that you want something new for your lineage and for your legacy. With this work, it's bringing a lot of emotional wounding because you're pushing past fears that have literally been locked in your DNA. This means that the way that you've lived life is no longer in in frequency with the way that the universe is in operation now. What worked before does not work now. It just doesn't. So if you are going against like your soul's need for change, you are facing a lot of critical karma right now. And if you've done that in the past, you're kind of watching that open up for you, but you're also entangled with it. You're doing a dance with it right now that's ultimately bringing you out of what feels like this torpedo of energy. You're like, you were in the middle and now you're kind of on the outside and you're finally like starting to get that swim away, but sometimes you just get pulled right back into it and it comes back to our single decisions. And so every decision, and this has been a theme in our readings right now, every decision that we are making right now can no longer be made from a place of survival because survival is what keeps the fear alive. Every decision needs to be made from a point of access, of love, of open possibility, because that is what ultimately brings you out of the torpedo and into the eternal, which is who you are, which is where you're from. 444 just passed my clock. I know it's confirmation. Your eternal is love. And I think a lot of you are so frightened by this kind of love because you've never experienced it here on earth. Your parents never gave you this kind of love. I don't even care if y'all are a close family. You've never experienced it because they never experienced it. Yes, they love you, but the unconditional, supportive, understanding, most complimented form of love has not yet been experienced by humanity. Because our humanity has been focused so much on history. We've connected so much to it. We've entangled ourselves so much with history. We've been so afraid of starting something new because new would mean that we cannot make decisions based off of our ancestral DNA. It means we are creating a new path, a new neural pathway, a new molecular compound of DNA. All of us are kind of in this lotus stage underwater where we are fighting to get to the surface to see the sun. None of us have been perfect on this journey, and none of us will be perfect, let's be clear, but we are coming into a state of eternal love. That is not easy. And that's why the work that you are doing for yourself is so important, because everything can either be a projection or it can be an expression that is easily turned into thought form or turned into eternal love. And so finding the will, the fight in you to understand yourself well enough to navigate these waters right now is so important. And that's why so many of you have been called into isolation. The isolation you've been called into is so you will not continue to depend on another's energy to lift yours up. This energy is so potent that it's calling you to step into one of the greatest walks of life you will ever take. And that literally starts with a single step, a single choice. I love you and I commend you for all the work that you're doing, because it sincerely is the hardest thing, especially for me, to let go of everything you've known, of everything you've trusted up until now, to free fall into the unknown. This is why, like, I literally, like, love the Rainbow Kitten surprise song, Free Fall. I'm gonna get my iPad. I literally told myself I'm not getting the iPad today, and I'm gonna go get my iPad because you need to hear it. You need to hear it because free fall, baby, it's just surrender. It's just trust. And trust is not easy to come by for ourselves. It's not easy to come by with each other. Like, we don't even trust some of us don't even trust our parents. That's how scary it is to say I'm trusting myself to pull me out of what no one else could. And that literally takes deep self-analysis and awareness to not only show up in this world with access to your truth, but to be able to share it. Said to the devil, devil, do you like drums? Cigarettes, dominoes, rum. Said only on sundown, Sundays, Christmas, Sundays, and when I need new friends. Now and again, I can never hope to keep them. Thought to give friends what I thought that they wanted. Never had they needed a good friend as I've been. Okay, 1 second. Let's just rewind that. Thought to give friends what I thought that they wanted. Never had they needed a good friend as I've been. Don't get me venting on friends who resent you, cause all you've ever done is been a noose to hang on to. They thought was a necklace and reckless. They fell into hell where you both hang with nothing to do but scratch, kick. The gravity went like this is probably backwards. The gravity went like you could leave it all behind. Even the devil needs time alone sometimes. You could let it all go. You could let it all go. Free fall. It's called free fall. Called to the devil and the devil said quit. Can't be fought for the hell of your shit. About your wits, man, keep about your wits. Know yourself and who you came in with. I'm gonna sit down, I've been hustling all day. I can't even count how many souls I've made. Off the same deal you're on. Remember, devil ain't a friend to no one. But fine, true. When you can let it all go. You can let it all go, yeah. Free fall, yeah. Free fall. Can we just talk about this? Hell, where you both hang but nothing to do. Scratch, kick, let gravity win. Like, fuck this, let gravity win. Like, you could leave it all behind. Even the devil needs time alone sometimes. You could let it all go. It's called free fall. Called to the devil, and the devil said, quit. Can't be bothered. Better handle your shit. Keep about your wits, man. Keep about your wits. Know yourself and who you came in with. Do you know how easy it is to go to the wrong table because your friend led you there? And that's why this is such a spiritual warfare, because it's the people closest to us that don't actually believe in the power of your elevation. And so you're surrendered to all these others except for surrender to yourself and your truth. And so you're staying on the same playing field when God has been trying to elevate you to the next level. But because you don't want to do the self-isolation work, because you don't want to sit with yourself, because you don't want to make the switch, you don't want to make the excuse me, my allergies, because you don't want to make the call, okay? God said, okay, well then let them have it. Let them have what just the material can give them, because what I have is eternal. That love that I bring, nothing can mimic it. It will always be a false replica. You will always dream about me, even though you're living with them. That's the power of the eternal. You'll always wonder because you never had enough courage to live it. That is the timeline that we're in now. And I know it is so scary. It's honestly really scary for me to get up on this motherfucking thing every week. But I have messages that Spirit said you need to deliver. And for the longest time, I compared myself to so many teachers that are doing things like me. But what I have isn't what they have, and what they have isn't what I have. So the collective that I read for is going to come for me. And that collective may be small right now, but the table is being prepared for each and one of us. You want to know why? Because we have the courage. The courage to get up here and share. The courage to speak our truth. The courage to share our opinions. The courage to share our creations. The courage to trust that what Spirit has laid out for us is ours to receive. We don't have to take it here. It's given. And so as you sit here in your room tonight, wherever you are watching this video, I want you to think about what you are missing by living in the filth of the material, by living with the temptation of the devil, by living in an unsatisfactory lifestyle, chasing perfection with an unsatisfactory foe. You could let it all go tonight. But that free fall, that trust in God, is what brings you back into your truth. There is nothing on this earth that can take away the love that God has prepared for you. Some of you, this is a relationship. This is someone that is going to marry you, who is going to make you from the boy to the man. This is Rebecca, baby. This is your wife. This is your life. Don't mess around with your life, chasing on little tails, getting stuck in porn, watching these Instagram booty tail things come up on your screen. Don't get caught in the vibe, baby. This is your life. And it all starts with that choice. Don't get caught in the labels and the mentioning of what the news is telling you are or have to do, or the law is telling you are or have to abide by. When you get dressed in the morning and you put on your clothes and your shoes and your accessory and your earrings and your hair and whatever, who is that? That's you, right? That's you. So why are you getting online and telling everyone you're autistic? Why are you getting online and telling everyone you're gay or you're trans or you're this or you're that? I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with you? The person that you look at in the mirror every day, are you happy with them? If not, don't tell me your identity crisis. I don't give a fuck. I want you to go and find yourself. Because when we show up heart to heart, if I'm here in my heart and you're here, we will never meet in a space of understanding. And that's why so many people clash, because they're clashing or they're clinging onto what they think they know. They're clinging to the program and not into their soul. And so they're walking around aimlessly looking for something, trying to find something to feed off of, because it's a bunch of insecurity, instability that has been nicely wrapped into a label that gives them some kind of flex. But you could let it all go by just being who you are. I would love to go to a party without it saying for the LGBT community. Why can't we all just come to the party? You should, like, you wouldn't have to feel safe if you went to places that identified with who your truth is. You don't need a label to tell you that. And this is going to go over some of your head, so I really want you to listen because this is coming from my heart. I knit. And I go 40 minutes drive outside of Austin to a small town to knit once a week. And I knit with women who are 60, 70, 80, white mostly, Asian, blind. But everyone shows up there because we all like to knit. So none of that other shit even matters. What do you like to do? Start there. And then build your life around that. Not your sexual orientation. Not your need to be liked or validated at the bar or the club. Go learn something that interests you. Maybe you just want to learn about art. So you go to every single art museum in the state of Washington until you've learned about some of the best contemporary artists in Washington. And maybe you'll meet someone there who says, I went to this lovely art museum just outside of LA and I could not believe I found it. But what I found there was this artist and they changed my life. And now you find yourself at that same museum, maybe even with that friend you met. And y'all are talking and reading books together, and now you're having lunch together, and you've just made a brand new friend. You want to know why? Because you followed your soul's calling. And now all of a sudden you're fucking painting all these beautiful fucking paintings, and now they're being put in galleries all across America and Mexico. You want to know why? Because you followed your soul's mission. It's not about the labels. It's not about the programming. It's about your heart. What you put in your heart. Are you hardening it with substances, with anger at your parents for not loving you the way you needed to be loved? Are you hardening it with the fact that that past person that you just were absolutely over the moon for, so in love with, could not love you? And so you got bitter and turned into a motherfucking hag and everyone hated to be around you? Maybe it's time to do some self reflection. Because sometimes we want to point the finger so bad, we want to blame so bad, that we end up taking up so much space, we forget that we're free. Free to bend, free to move, free to see, free to fly, free to activate at any moment. Call your fucking best friend. Tell her you love her and you hope she's doing good. Stop this I'm blocking you bullshit. That shit is so whack and played out. I've been there. Stop holding grudges. It is weighing you down immensely and it's not allowing you any access to your creativity or to your heart space. This is truly a reading about access. You cannot have access to anything if you are still weighing yourself down by the belief that you do not have a privilege to be alive. Humanity is a privilege. You need to trust that your journey may have been hard, but it can only get better. You may have reached rock bottom, but you can only go higher, but you have to trust. This kind of trust, this unwavering belief, is what takes you to the eternal. 222 on my clock, that's where you find love. And it's not for anyone else, because that does come. Trust me, it comes on the journey. But when you have love for yourself, you recognize love with ease. In that way, when someone says something that offends you, it's easy to say, instead of, excuse me, instead of getting mad at them, you have access to a part of you that needs a little research, a little curiosity, a little noticing, because it's not them. They just are reflecting something within us that needs to be felt and seen, that needs to be held. You know, I'm an intellectualizer, so I like to intellectualize my feelings. And so I'm like telling you about my day earlier and how emotional it was for me. And it's because there's so much happening in this realm that I've almost been like dissociating from it, because I'm like, you know what, life is still good. But at the same time, it's not allowing me to access what I'm afraid of, what I'm feeling, what I'm nervous about. And so, even though I was just annoyed with my dog earlier for causing such a ruckus, I was actually getting all the feelings of just overwhelm and anxiety about what's to come, because I'm in the void. And then I said, oh, life is good. That doesn't change, right? But I still have things that are worrying me, and I need to feel them. I need to let them know that I'm here for them. Otherwise, I'm just repressing, which is ultimately going to, down the line, cause a big eruption that maybe makes me make a decision that's made off of past feelings instead of truth. So, access is something that we need to start looking at not just an external scale, but an internal one. We need to access our feelings so we can make better decisions, so we can reach our higher self. Because a lot of us, this is the last life that we live here on this earth. This is. A lot of us are transcending out of here because we made the decision we're not following our parents' steps. We're not following their parents' steps or their parents' steps before that. We're actually starting a new path. And a lot of that is just access to healing. What was broken? Not broken, damaged goods. Mm-hmm. Access. Some of us stay with these friend groups because they make us feel good in these temporary moments. We get to go to swap parties and dance and, you know, have sex with a random or snort some coke for the night. Yeah, like that's it. And then that night dies down and you're looking for the next high. But a lot of us have already done it. We've done it in this life. We've done it in the 1940s. We did it in the 1800s. We've already done it. Our soul gets it. We've loved it. We've thank you. But now we're ready for something different. We all are. That's why everyone's itching. That's why everyone's getting like so zonked out because the changes are so immense. But everyone's feeling it. We're just accessing it differently. So yeah, access. Don't be afraid to confront yourself instead of confronting the friend or the father or the mother or whoever you feel like you need to confront. Confront yourself first. What am I feeling? Where did this feeling even come from? Where did it start? Are these feelings even my own to carry? Let me get very clear on all of this so I can come out better, stronger. Someone said in my reading earlier, so I can optimize myself to meet my higher self. You're optimizing right now. You're loading, okay? So enjoy this present moment before the next decision sends you back into the past or higher than you've ever been. I'm gonna go ahead with the reading. Sorry, guys, that was like a lot, and I hope if you sat through that, you feel what I do, because it's just getting so serious, and not in a way that's like scary, but like just in a way like you're closer than you've ever been, and I think a lot of y'all are just scared, because it's so scary. It's scary, and that's okay. But I love you, and I think you're gonna do amazing. And I trust that you're going to do amazing because God wouldn't have called you here to this video, or God wouldn't have called you to your purpose if you weren't supposed to be doing it. I truly believe in that. I'm going to go ahead and pray really quick and then pull some cards. I'm going to try to keep this video short tonight. I really just... Damn. Life is so crazy, you guys. Life is so crazy, and you never know what's going to happen next. And I just pray that y'all find comfort in doing the things that scare you, and I pray that you make the decision that may be one of the hardest decisions that you have to make. I pray that some of you leave these friends, and I pray that some of you leave these relationships, like these romantic partners who are just pulling you down and destructing your energy and making you feel like you're not enough and making you like try to perfect yourself. You can't perfect what's already perfect. You're so perfect. You're so worthy. And you get in your head because, baby, like, the person isn't, it's just them. It's not you. And it just takes breaking free from someone else's energy before you can see that for yourself. But there's no point in replicating that energy and looking for someone else to fulfill what you just can't fulfill within yourself because you're choosing not to. God, I thank you so much for these messages that you were just channeling through me. Thank you for allowing me to be a vessel and waking me up out of my bed today just to speak this message to the collective. I thank you for your urgency and just for making me get on camera today, even though I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. Thank you for pushing me to do this. This message is needed for the collective, and I see it so very clearly, and I just appreciate you using me as a vessel. I just pray that right now, any message that you feel is worthy for this collective is brought out to be spoken to any of these. I keep hearing chosen, so chosen individuals that you want to speak to directly tonight. May this video find the ones that resonate. May it find the ones that don't, but it may resonate later. May it find anyone who is in need of it right now. I just sit with you, God, and I just thank you. I just thank you so much for allowing me to feel so comfortable and safe in your energy, and for allowing me to continue with this gift, even though sometimes I feel like it's not for me anymore. But I just thank you. Thank you for pushing me. Spirit, what does the collective need to hear right now at this time? What are you speaking onto the collective? What do they need to hear? Wow. Knave of Swords. Three of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Holy shit. Someone's doing some self-work. Wow, this message was for someone. Someone was a player, baby, and they're not anymore. The Wheel. I told you guys, this is all about decisions right now. Your decisions, your everyday rituals, just how you are even, it's not even like every day, but it's just how you are showing up in your energy right now is like, how you are showing up for yourself is major. And what I'm seeing right now is myself, but like, when I'm overwhelmed or stressed or whatever, sometimes I just need to take time to sulk and just chill. But like other times, tonight I'll probably do a short flow in yoga or just move my body just a little bit so I can just continue to clear the energy. And so I feel like some of y'all are just making those decisions. Like you're like, ooh, I'm overwhelmed. Let me go, book a massage. Like, let me go get my nails done. I'm gonna take myself out to dinner tonight. Like it's like you're not like holding back. Like you're not making those decisions from a place of scarcity or like survival. Like I said earlier, like you're making the decision because you're like, I need to do this for my well-being. I'll figure the rest out later, but this is what I need to do right now. And that is ultimately like, that's the wheel. Like it's turning into your favor. It's showing like this emotional, okay, Ace of Cups here, like it's almost like an emotional reward comes to you because you are choosing to do things that are activating your higher self. And like it's like you're at your higher self. Okay, like in Harry Potter, I think it's like the fifth movie, and he's at the lake and he like shines the wand out, and then it like basically is like a reflection. He thinks it's his dad across the lake, but it's really him from like a higher self access point that just saved his life. Like that's what it is. It's like your higher self is like saving you when you need it because you're choosing to do things that are activating like what your lower self needs in that time. So like for me, actually this is really funny, but like I've been putting off going to acupuncture. Like my low back has been insane, and I was gonna go in Mexico because obviously, baby, the prices are different there. But like Spirit has just been on my ass, like book the appointment, and I've been like, but like that's $100, and Spirit's like, I don't care. Like you need to book the appointment. Like just take care of it. You don't know what's gonna come after it. Like that energy might be so like stagnant right now that it's actually causing a blockage where I could be accessing more money. You know what I mean? Like that's just how potent it is. So just by going and spending that $100, I leave that appointment and all of a sudden I have 6 clients lined up, and that $600 now in my pocket. So Spirit is saying like this self work is so necessary because it's like, oh, I no longer have to worry about where it's coming from because I'm making decisions based off of like my heart, not my ego. Everything is a choice. The Four of Swords, I feel like you constantly are in that energy of like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? And you continue to question it, but it's like the proof is in the pudding, baby. I just want you to look back at the last 6 months. How has your choices affected like from where you were then to where you are now? You tell me. I also feel like this is like a lot of like, I feel like there's like a lot of like emotional energy within the collective because it's not like a negative or a sad emotion. It's more of like you're just emotional because you are the one doing the work. And I don't know, but for me, like I'm thankful for doing the work, but sometimes I'm like, this is so much. Like I have so much on my plate because of what I'm doing, and like it's really funny. I met this amazing woman in Mexico when I was down there, and she was like, my work is me staring at a wall a lot of the times and just feeling, and like that is how I get my work done. A lot of people can't understand that because they're so used to the hustle culture, that they're like, go, go, go. And they look at me like, well, you ain't shit because you're not doing what I'm doing. And she's like, baby, like, I am though, you know? So I don't know. I just think like a part of the work is doing that sitting and reflecting and relaxing. And like, I think that's what the Four of Swords is also saying to you. Like, it's okay to sit with yourself and receive. That's really what it is. A lot of you are so used to going after what you want or what you need, and you always come up short because you're overdoing it and you're burning yourself out. This is just a time to just be in reflection and a space of receiving and a space of meditating and a space of quietness because what's next? This is so for me right now. What's next is it's actually up to spirit. It's not up to you. Spirit, is there anything else that you want? Yeah. Two of Wands. This is coming up quicker than you think. I think April is going to be a month that really starts. Like March was like, oh shit, like you started to realize more things. Like I think it was more of like a mental realization, but like April, like I think more things start to come in, and they start to come in a way that's like, wait, I was thinking about this 3 years ago. How the hell did it find me? Like it's like everything is starting to magnetize to you because of the self reflection that you've done, but also the decision not to be toxic anymore or not to be like in this energy of negativity anymore. Like you're like, okay, I what's for me will find me. Some of y'all are just aligning to the belief that like as I walk this path, what's on my frequency will meet me. And so the vibration of your energy has shifted. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. You're coming into a more balanced state and you're giving and receiving. You're no longer taking. You feel more in flow and more in action mode, but like you're acting on things that make you feel good. You're not acting on survival. Sometimes I can't read this good, so I'm really surprised that I am. Three of Swords here. Once again, I just feel like the three can, yeah. Ten of Cups on the bottom, emotional fulfillment. So I feel like some of you kind of question like you like question your path. You question your purpose quite a bit and you get caught up in like what it is that you need to be doing. But then it's like when you're just doing things that like make you feel good, you don't question it. Does this make sense? Like I feel like for me, I'm and like you can look at my birth chart and it will say this, but it's like I'm not like a person that just has like a certain structure that I can follow every day because I get really bored and then I don't want to do it because it becomes a chore for me. So for me, I have to do like today is like my knitting and yoga workshop play like cacao ceremony day, but then tomorrow I'm admin and like the next day after that I'm like completely relaxing, like I don't have any electronics out at all. It's just my time of just being with me. And like sometimes like that hustle mentality comes in and I'm like, but I should be doing this, but it's like no, but your body wants to be doing this, like your vessel needs this right now, or like your soul needs this right now. So it's no longer activating based off what the societal standard is. It's activating off what I need and what I should be doing based off like my soul's purpose. And that ultimately brings in emotional fulfillment. Why? Because I deserve it. Why? Because I'm doing what my soul needs, not what anyone's telling me to do. I'm no longer activating off programming. I'm activating off of just my energy and like what makes my energy feel happy and light and soulful and beautiful. And I mean, you guys probably can tell, like I feel like I look like a butterfly right now. Like I'm just like vibing and joyful and curious and excited about life. And like I just really feel so grateful right now and in a state of gratitude. And it's like I used to make literally like I would all the time write like five things I'm grateful for on my phone or on my in my journal, and like I it'd be so hard. I was just like saying material things, and like now it's like oh my god, like I guess also I just wasn't grateful for anything because I was choosing it from a space of scarcity. So now I'm like I'm so grateful for my job and I'm so grateful that I get to read to people and like travel and get clients by just sparking up conversations. Like, I'm so grateful that I'm confident enough to do that. I'm so grateful that I get to spend time at home, more time than I have to spend at work. Like, I'm so grateful for the people who have been coming into my life recently, because not only do they believe in me, but they've opened up doors for me that I wouldn't have been able to open up alone. Like, I'm so grateful for my ability to know when to ask for help and to know when I need to get quiet. I'm just grateful. And that is because I'm ultimately choosing my lifestyle. I'm not doing it anymore because I have to or because I was influenced. I'm doing it because this is literally what it's me. This is my soul's imprint. Um so yeah, that emotional fulfillment comes by you just kind of giving out shouts of gratitude. Just saying thank you, which got your ass. Nah. But yeah, which also means good luck and fortune. So, okay. Watch your judgment. Yeah, the Hierophant. 10 of Pentacles. How beautiful is this? You are in such a beautiful energy, and if you're not, you're coming into that. So give yourself some patience and allow yourself to flow into what is coming. Um, because getting hung up on what is coming is also resisting it. So just be open to whatever is. That's what I like to say. Because whatever is, and what will motherfucking be, bitch. I feel called to pull a couple cards from Hidden Worlds. This baby is so tired today. You're okay. Go back to sleep, please. Please, Lord. I almost was like so annoyed with her. I wanted to give her away today, and I was like, oh my god, I've never gotten this mad at her. And like, she's just a little angel honey bebop who has a lot of anxiety. And that's not okay. Calm down. Spirit, what does the collective need to hear right now? Ooh, I feel it. I feel like we had these cards last time. Yes. Homeward Traveler. There's so many threes in this reading right now. Like, Spirit is with you guys. Spirit is guiding you guys. Completion, reunion, return. Some of you guys are coming into union with your soulmates, with your twins. Not everyone has a twin flame, and I really don't don't like to even talk about twin flames, but I'm a twin flame, and so yeah, I'm gonna be real. Like, we're coming into union. We're coming into union because it's like the electromagnetic energy on this plane can no longer vibrate without us together. You know what I mean? And so that steady, unwavering trust in what Spirit has for you is so unique and so beautiful. And not everyone's going to understand your journey, but you understand it, and that's enough. So Spirit is letting you know right now, if you know, you know. And it's coming way sooner than you think. Don't look for it, feel it. It's coming. It's crazy. I just gave a reading on that earlier, and he was like, I'm so good with like not being in a relationship. I'm so focused on work, and I was like, this is weird because like I have 8 of Wands here, so like whoever like he was like asking about romance, and I was like, you're like somebody is literally here, like you're probably sitting next to them right the fuck now. You know what I mean? You just don't even realize because you just haven't awoken to that energy yet. But the meditation is here too. And what did we say? Like, sitting in meditation, sitting quiet and still is ultimately what brings these questions that you have to head. The answers are really here and they're coming. So don't seek, okay? Just sit your ass down. Just sit your ass down, okay? It's so funny because I give a reading and then I'm receiving the same message, and like I told you I was just anxious. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm never like this. I'm so chill. And Spirit was like, you just need to close your eyes and just sit still and sit pretty for a minute and meditate. And then my mom said on the phone, meditate. And like now this is coming out with the Four of Swords and the meditation card. So relief is coming. It's on its way. If you are kind of in a state of just uncertainty, relax, be here now, be in the present now, and let that vibrational path meet you. All that is for you will not pass you by. Okay, the crystal path. Once again, staying true to the path, following it home. Mineral spirits, okay? Your ancestors are literally just. This is so funny because I was in the shower and I started seeing these orbs, like when I opened my eyes, and they're just like little balls of energy. And the light started flickering, and so then I started saying thank you to the lights. And I was like giggling because I was like, oh my god, people like probably would think I'm so fucking weird for doing this, but I like instantly knew like my ancestors were just sitting in there with me and just like reminding me how supported I am and how loved I am, and that even though today was hard, like it's so okay. And what's funny is like I like got out of work and my boss was like running a little bit late. I'm a nanny, my side job. Um, my boss was running a little bit late, and the husband was there, but I was like, oh, I can stay a little bit later, but I knew I had to be home by like 5, and so I stayed until like 4:15, and she like was like, I'm turning on this straight, and like he was like, I'll just take the baby, it's fine, like whatever. Um, and I like literally my gas light was on. I was like, oh my god, I forgot to get gas. It was just so like funny. Like I'm running late, and I like go to the gas station and I put the thing in, and it's literally like when you get to that one like gas stop and it's like 123 like it was going so slow, and I think it took me like 10 minutes to fill up just $10 worth of gas, and I was like, I have to go. Like I can't even wait right now. Like, and so I just like booked it, and then I was like, should I just take like the fastest way and just take a toll, or should I like go the other way and like the way I normally go, which is like the pretty way. It's super scenic. It's my favorite way to drive home. I really don't like going the expressway. I just feel like it takes the life out of me. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna go my way. And then it like kept saying like, oh my god, 11 minutes more, 11 minutes slower, or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would it be that long? And then it was telling me to turn around, turn around, turn around, which it never does. And so then I'm kind of like in this confusion energy. Okay, this is the reading right now. But my drive home was this reading. So I'm in this confusing energy, and I just was like, oh God, please send me a smiley face. Like, put the sun out today really quick for me, or like just give me a sign really quick. And all of a sudden, this fucking car like zooms by on the side of me, and the license plate says 111, and that's a 3. Okay, so then right there, I was like, oh my God, Spirit, you're so funny. But then I jump over anyways to go make the left to turn around. And like it adds all this extra time, like 20 minutes if I turned around. And I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck this. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going back. And I finally get over, and like a bunch of cars just won't let me go, won't let me go. I finally get over because the traffic clears up. The car that is right in front of me says 623, and that's a number I just see everywhere all the time. And that's what I was like, oh my God, Spirit, this is you. You are operating this vehicle right now. And like I called my twin and I told her right then like what happened. And she was speaking life into me and just like, yo, you're gonna be great. Like your reading's gonna be fine, because one of my last readings was just so intense emotionally and spiritually because it was in Mexico, and just I just felt like it wasn't a good reading. Like I'm literally meeting with her tomorrow to give her a better reading because I was like, I'm not happy with that. So let's do another one. And so yeah, it was like she's like, you're gonna be fine, like blah blah blah. And I like call my client. I'm like, yo, like I'm gonna be like a little bit later because of traffic. I hope that's cool. He's like, yo, I'm chilling. Like let's do it. And like it just everything just came together so nicely and so seamlessly. And then I came home and I just got my shit together. I cleared everything and it just worked out. Like the reading was amazing. Like I genuinely had so much fun giving this guy his reading. So like just trust the journey. Like trust that even if you're late, you're actually on time. Like the path, it's already it's been written. The Gathering 33, that's a 6, baby. This is cosmic love. This is cosmic community. This is energy that is just waiting to meet you, okay? Some of you, like I said, are coming into your soulmate union. Some of you are meeting some great friends, your soul tribe, and some of you are literally just getting ready to build a community with people that you truly trust and love. And that's because that's been built over time. Or it's even just people you've come into union with and you just know. You know when you recognize love. You don't have to question it, and Spirit is making like sure you understand that. A lot of you are reclaiming a sense of yourself. You're reclaiming a sense of your body. Okay, that's really big for me. I've just reclaimed my body. All the parts of you that have kind of been fragmented in the past are coming back into oneness and coming back into union. Okay, And that's why you guys are able to meet the people that you love, that your soul loves, that your soul recognizes, that your soul needs, so you guys can do the work necessary in order to raise the vibration of the planet. That is why we are here. We're not here for any other bullshit. We're not here to own nice houses or look really fucking nice in our Gucci flip flops, whatever the fuck it is. You're not here for that shit. You're here to raise the vibration of the planet. Believe that, trust that, and know that what is in your bank account does not matter at this time. What your soul is, what your soul carries matters. If you are worried about anything, I want you to take the fucking leap. I want you to know that anywhere you fly, you're gonna fall right into the arms of the beloved of God. 16, that's a 7. This curiosity of the self, okay, we're in a 7 year. The curiosity of the self, the trusting the self, the trusting the one and only, the one and only Almighty, the Most High. Thank you, God, so much for allowing us to surrender to you, for allowing us to be in your arms, for trusting us to be who we really are. We thank you so much for holding us so dearly, for opening us up to what truth is, for what love is, for for reminding us to laugh, for reminding us that crying is okay, that it has never been shunned upon, that it's never been enough. Okay, we just thank you, God. You are our Almighty Jesus. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We surrender. Thank you. We free fall into you every single day. Every single moment is a moment with you, God, and I'm so grateful for it. That's how we speak to our God here, okay? We speak, we communicate, we trust, we know. Nothing is happening without purpose, without intention, because that's how our God works. Our God works with intention, okay? That's our gift. That's our peace. That's our knowing. That's our offering. Continue to send out prayers when you're stressed and worried. Continue to send out offerings to the trees that surround your house. Talk to those trees. Tell them that you thank them for protecting you, for keeping you stable and grounded. Everything is a sentient being here. Everything is alive. Even like I didn't even want to say like or believe this, but like even our tables that we sit things on are alive. Like that's how crazy it is. You want to know why? Because it came from a being's mind. It was birthed into this world. It was created. It was molded. It was shaped into this world. Unless it was made by a fucking machine. But even that machine was made by a human. Okay? So you need to understand that everything has been created from the matrix, the womb. That is the mother. That is the gift. Okay? I'm going to stop with the hidden worlds. I'm going to pull one more. If you're still here, I thank you so much for sitting with us. Thank you, God. What is this? She whose song carries itself. I'm going to go ahead and read this one out of the book. But as you can see, the sun is shining on this person. Look at how confident she is. She is in the nude and she is not caring about who's around her. She's playing a song. She's believing in her trust, in herself. She's listening to the waves in the background, the water in the background. The sun is beaming on her, giving her codes. She's just so in tune with nature. This fucking book has been through everything, and I'm so grateful that I still have this deck because I love it so greatly. Her flute song swayed itself into the night. Glowing as golden stream, it flew through the silence, into the forest and over the sea. It carried itself into the empty and quiet streets of the city, like a graceful butterfly. What did I say earlier? I said that was a butterfly. It flew into the windows of the people, fluttered over their sleeping heads, and transformed itself into light to bless their dreams. She whose song carries itself sings to you to say, you also have the abilities to share your voice and stretch it far. Your voice, your light, your message, your talent is needed right now, more than ever. There is a shared fear that in trying times, light is not wanted. Do not limit yourself into thinking that your life is supposed to be hard, that you are meant to be sad, or that happiness is inappropriate to feel during this time. In fact, it is more needed than ever before to share your blessings, your good news, or your smile. A virus is not the only thing that can take over the world. Share your blessings, share your medicine to your community, share the joy you have with the people who need it, as it will transform into strength for tired souls. Share your warmth. It can spread further than you think, okay? You may have Leo placements. Leo, this is a direct message for you from me right now. Like, please continue to share. I know it's dry on the internet sometimes, And I know it feels awkward, but who gives a fuck? Just share yourself, express yourself. That fear of expressing itself you need to get over it. And I'm talking to myself specifically because I'm a Leo Sun, Leo rising. We need to get over that. I also want to speak to shows like The Strain or The Last of Us, or these shows that all do these narratives of some kind of zombie or infected taking over. The infected is really the depressed, the sad, the sick, the people who refuse to believe in God, the people who refuse to trust in what can be beautiful outside of what they know, the people who choose hate over love. You become sick with that. And then you pass that on to the people around you that you love. That you love. Real love is freedom, and it's an unconditional, unwavering trust that you can be who you are without me. I'm just here as an addition, right? I trust and love you enough to be yourself. And that is really the message of this reading. Just be yourself. The right things will come along, the right people will come along in the right time. There is nothing that you need to be other than you. I love you, and I hope you have such a beautiful, beautiful week. I will see you soon. I promise it will not be as long this time. Um, but I thank you for being here or coming back to this message. And please, if this message doesn't resonate right now, these messages are timeless. They will resonate at another time. So come back if you need to. This message will be here for you when you're ready. Peace.